Hello, we return, and it is time for the next map. It's time for Vertigo between Mibr and Orgless, if you will, the Orgless Brazilians. I don't know what to expect from the likes of Orgless. You made some good points about the AWP on the previous map. Now, from the MIBR perspective, sorry, I got hiccups. From the MIBR perspective, I enjoyed what little I've seen of MIBR on the CT side of Vertigo and Fallen AWPing around the A bomb site. Now, I would imagine that the first AWP will go the way of KNG, but where will he play?
Have we seen them on the new Vertigo, though? I thought it was the old one that they played against Complexity. Have they played it more recently than
I
that?
feel like the default plant spot on A,
Yeah.
was in the position it's in now.
Yeah.
Because I remember him doing some flicks off that, but I don't know if it was the exact version.
Yeah.
That it is now, so I'm not really sure.
One thing that we saw on the first week was an excellent wallbang by oh god, I'm blanking on his name, from Sharks. JNT. Sharks
JNT, he's a beast.
Thank you, in the back. Yeah, and so like the alternative plant spot, not the default one, on that site, you can just wallbang it, and that's actually, I haven't seen anyone do that before.
I have a video of that coming. I haven't made it yet, so
that's pretty legit.
I have a video of that coming. I haven't made it yet.
I just have like a massive list of videos.
Yeah.
I'm still going through major videos, but that video is like all this is videos, mostly.
I actually had like a massive Vertigo video planned, and I was like, I feel like it's too late. I literally downloaded all the Vertigo demos from the major. I watched them all. I have like notes written down, and I was just like, I feel like I missed my window.
Where is this video?
I feel like
wow,
it sucks.
Why did you miss your window?
I don't know. I feel like the major is just too far away. By the time I actually finish it and make it, 2 more tournaments of Vertigo are going to be out. Teams are going to be playing it differently, perhaps. Right. I feel like
I think it's you can still use it as a historical piece.
Yeah,
like, this was cool. It's you know.
So.
Yeah, but he wants to shape the meta.
I don't. Yeah, I like shaping things. Like I like to see what I say have like effect.
Yeah, that's why he watches so much Counter-Strike. Really, it's just this like narcissism where it's like he's just looking for all the seeds that he's planted to just like grow, and no one else knows.
Yeah. Hey man, maybe one day you can have something like a Bardolph smoke on Overpass.
That is true. Maybe I could.
Yeah.
I like your Bardolph Molotov on Mirage.
Mirage.
Yeah.
It's interesting now. The grenades we'll see with the new update to the game, where it shows you exactly where things are going to go.
Oh, that's so sick.
So it's cool because not only can you don't have to go back and forth and spend loads of time, but you can actually just say, what if I point at this point of reference? What about that one? What about that one? And then just very quickly just go through all the possible options.
All the pro teams already had stuff like that. Like they had special servers that they're paying companies for to like have that, but that wasn't accessible to like semi-pros or even like someone like me who is now just like creating videos and stuff. So it's just really cool that Valve allowed that to come into the game now. It's weird that they did that before we can draw on the map, though, James.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know.
The technology just isn't there.
We're heading towards 400 days, and I'm thinking it's got to be a similar thing.
Yeah.
Because it's essentially drawing in a 3-dimensional fashion, considering trajectory and bounces and things. So if you can do that, surely you can allow the most basic MS Paint illustration. Although I did ask for a lot more than that, a lot more substantial. Like team across the board, like we're in a lobby together, or there's 5 of us, and I can draw something for everybody. I need it. I need it for the idiots I get in solo queue.
Too much, man.
I need to educate the plebs. Okay, you go here and you stand here and you do this. Because when people say, oh, like, oh, James, tell us what to do. It's like, I can tell you to go to position, but if you don't know what to do when you get to that position, it's like,
James,
it doesn't help.
Imagine some of the drawings that people would receive in the middle of a matchmaking game.
Just have an option. Just have an option to turn it off. If you really want to be that ignorant. But
I would send you love
pictures. But
I'd just be drawing the entire time.
Do you know what's crazy though? Do you know what's crazy is that there are some morons in my chat who say, I'll explain, like, if I'm dead, I'll explain what's happening or what went wrong or different things that could happen. Actually, I'll come back to it later, because let's have a look and see what MIBR have in store for the Orgless squad. They're heading towards the B-bomb site. They've got the Mandem on road, and they've taken out Phelps.
Yeah, they got position onto that B-bomb site, and it's looking really good here. Still, they're looking to hold things down, but he's got to win these 1v1s. Let's run out of bullets there. Able to get away with the reload. However, he is so alone. Kaji will just swing around the corner, and that's Bolt's now with it all to do. And I don't know that he's going to get much done here. Not too confident about that.
Yeah, that was actually really sick. 3 people rushed towards the B site. Early flashes caused the B players to probably be like, they're rushing B, rotate, and then the 2 players come through mid. During that attack, the smoke outside the B site. That was just really well done by Mibr. I'm scared for Luminosity.
I'm still 2 weeks away from the JNT video with the wallbang. That's how far behind I am in videos.
You should do it now, James.
I might do that actually.
Put it to
But even if I did it now, I have videos queued up until like the 4th or 5th of October. So you still won't see it that soon. It's a nice opening frag from Phelps. He'll try to isolate the bomb. He's doing even better. It's a difficult position to deal with, but Taco will take the risk. 2 kills for him, taking Skulls out as well as Phelps. And then there were 2.
Phelps did so much damage. He's made this really doable for his teammates. Phelps just needs that one Deagle, maybe some, I guess just a kill, to make things a bit easier for Steel. But now Steel, maybe too many problems. There's lots of utility on hand from Mibr as well. And great positioning from Taco. Sees Steel before Steel sees him. There's actually, talking about like things you can do in the middle of the game that are distracting and nothing to do with the actual game. In Quake 4, there was this mod that came out that was just for playing on clan base with Team Deathmatch. And when you pause the game, what they built into the mod was you could, like a game of Tetris appears. Whilst you're in a pause, you can just play Tetris.
So a lot of people don't remember this, but when CS was first ported over to Steam, you could play like all these games on Steam Friends. Like I would open a game of Go. I don't know if you know the game Go.
Yeah.
I would open that up and be playing it with my teammates in practice.
Nice.
That was pre-IGL days, obviously.
I need to learn that game. I don't remember that. I remember how buggy Steam was back then.
Yeah.
It was always going
terrible.
down all the time. I missed the old sound though.
Yeah. I actually forgot about this.
Yeah, I missed that sound. We need like a vintage sound pack for Steam.
It was always just like green, black green.
Very potato in design.
Yeah. Steam Friends would go down for like literally months at a time.
Remember the water sound when people lagged out in CS?
Oh yeah.
Yes, when you'd alt tab. I never used to count hours in the game when Steam first came out either for the longest time. So I've got like 0 hours in 1.6 or little hours. When Steam first came out, I tried to get an account as fast as possible, but I think a lot of people did.
Yeah,
so it kind of overwhelmed their servers. So I think they delayed it 2 days.
Everyone was staying up overnight.
The release of Steam, yeah. Imagine doing that in London.
Yeah.
It wasn't released for London hours.
It was brutal. I got 8 2002. 2002.
We have a big push from Mibr. They are decimating this buy from Orgless on the A bomb site, very quickly dismantling them before they can really think. Bomb being planted super fast. So that's where the wallbang position is. Through these, there's a gap in the blue boxes on the other side, and you can wallbang through it as JNT did. So what is the answer here? I think Luminosity have to save at this point.
Well, I like what Mibr are doing so far because they're just really hammering towards the A ramp and kind of investigating if ex-Luminosity can even hold that because that's one of the things where you kind of have to know how to hold that, and if they can hold it, then respect to them. But then also at the same time, Mibr have threatened that they need to invest there early in the round.
Yeah, I feel like holding that early round as a CT is almost a must, right? Like it's very difficult to play back into the sites. If you play back in the sites, you're literally playing the old Vertigo that was heavily T-sided. So you don't want to do that. You want to fight for that ramp control. And Mibr is just winning those battles right now.
What were you saying you got from Steam?
What, my ID?
Yeah.
82,002.
Ah.
Yeah, 82002.
Do you want to know what I got?
What?
1197.
Wow, you got really low.
I was spamming, dude.
No, I think I fell asleep that night and I woke up. I was very, very sad with myself.
I was never falling asleep.
Because there was delays. Yeah.
I think it was Kukli who bought like 25 or something when he got back banned. Oh no, it was SF.
Why on earth would you possibly need that many accounts?
No, his ID was 25.
Oh.
I think he bought an account and then, yeah. Anyway, 4-0 to MIBR looking
pretty crazy.
bigger. Yeah, 25 is pretty damn low. But I can find myself.
Damn. Imagine seeing a 2-dig in the server now these days.
Huh?
So imagine, you know, doing status
Oh.
and seeing a 2-dig. 2-digit.
I haven't seen one lower than mine.
I haven't seen one lower than 3 digits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was SF who had like 25 or something, but I'm pretty
like,
sure he bought that from
I
someone.
thought the 2-digit ones were like only developers.
Oh, really?
Stuff like that back in the day. I don't know. Maybe
That
that's
makes
Yeah, I wonder how
sense.
many they had back in the day. Team's got to be a lot bigger now than it was then.
MIBR are looking really good so far. Very drilled, confident. They're looking like they really have put a lot of work into this map.
I mean, when we've seen the new Vertigo played, this version, it's been CT-sided. So the fact that Orgless finds themselves down 5-0 right now, MIBR they have to have tons of money. I mean, I'm not sure what their economy's like. I wasn't paying attention last round. But they've been winning these rounds pretty cleanly.
Yeah, there's been no answer just yet, and it's interesting with timing. When Luminosity decide to do something to try and adjust, it might be the same time that MIBR take a different approach as well. Then again, maybe they will continue it until it fails. Then maybe they continue even more. Lots of spray just in case anybody's trying something cheeky. And another round is in the back. 5-0 for MIBR, looking to storm Vertigo. Well, they are storming it physically. And maybe in terms of scoreline, they will figuratively storm it as well.
Look at that money. 9-1, 12K, 9-5, 4-5. It's going to take so much for Luminosity to come back into this half.
Much work to be done. They'll have max loss bonus, at least. At least there's that, but maybe this will be very telling as to what situation a team is in at the moment, since it was their pick. I think a few teams will be trying to specialize. The classic Virtus Pro squad were always good at picking up a new map, regardless of its of what form it was in. Like Cobblestone, for example, they'd pick it up straight away, absorb it, make it part of their map pool, not shy away at all. And I think it definitely has its advantages, depending on how deep your map pool is, of course. Otherwise, it's just going to get vetoed.
I'm really worried about this A ramp dynamic right now. Because you can see MIBR are going to keep exploiting this as long as they can. Here is the next attempt with using the AWPs to try to hold this push.
I don't think I'm a fan of this angle. I'm almost certain they could see his B if they boost him. Oh. That's a little sloppy.
It's a long way back from there. And Bolts was already, before that push even came in, he was already ready to rotate from mid, and when he has done, mid's been abandoned, and Seals is left alone on the B bomb site. KG having a look, going to force the CTs from their positions on the site itself, but there's a smoke straight up in the Molotov. Skulls trying to make a play forward. He might catch somebody on a reload, then again, maybe not. Phelps now hunting for something. I would say it's very variant, but it's all the frags really going the way of MIBR, keeping the man advantage. More grenades to come.
Yeah, they were unable to stop MIBR gaining position. And MIBR traded just well enough. And now it's down to the clutch here, the 2 versus 2, now 1 versus 2. Bolts, he's got everything to do by himself. Tries to wrap around the back, but he can't find any element of surprise against MIBR. And that is 6 rounds now in a row for them. And again, you know, Luminosity, ex-Luminosity, they're getting some damage there, but they're giving up so much positioning that MIBR are really happy with the trade.
It's weird because I don't think MIBR is doing anything super innovative to take the ramp, right? They're not throwing any special utility. I know KG threw that smoke right there from T-spawn, but that didn't help them take the A ramp. That was just blocking the gap at it. Luminosity just doesn't look like they have a plan to stop it, which is weird considering they picked this map. And
yeah.
They need to be able to do that.
Maybe they're a bit behind in terms of the meta.
There we go. They put 3 people on the A bomb site, only for the rotation to B to come in from MIBR. Mixing things up. They've taken the whole site now.
Actually, Elige did say after they lost to Astralis on Vertigo that none of the NA teams play Vertigo the way Astralis is playing it, or like the European teams are playing it. Like they're so out of the meta in NA.
Yeah, they're not good enough basically.
Yeah, and ex-Luminosity was boot camping in NA, so they think they're good on Vertigo from playing North American teams.
And MIBR have plenty of experience at this point.
Yeah, MIBR was boot camping in Europe, so they're playing European brand.
That's an interesting thing. It's all well and good when you know what people are going to do, but I think that's going to be an interesting part of Counter-Strike in the future. Is like you create strats for a map, but you don't use them all at once or like in one period of time, because at some point you're going to have to change things up and keep people playing catch-up, because I think we've been in an era where you'll study what teams like to do, and then even with the order of some grenades in an area, you're like, okay, they're doing this strat, and then you'll react to it because you've studied and you know what they're going to do. But if they can mix things up, or if they don't show all the strats at once and switch things up at a key moment in a key tournament, then not knowing what to expect can be so powerful. Like we saw those chain flashes into overpass B at the major from Astralis. Phelps going for a flick, nothing doing. Forced to fall back once again. Fast round from MIBR, straight back towards the A site. But the bomb hasn't been committed just yet, as we can see on the radar.
Like I don't even feel like MIBR has changed anything. They just keep doing the same thing and they can't be stopped.
And I love that they keep doing that.
Yeah.
Because I hate it when a team does something, the other team can't handle it, and then they'll just be like, okay, we keep winning this way. Okay, let's do something else now.
Yeah.
It's like
They'll never see this coming.
Oh dear. Sometimes a team will make an adjustment to something that they think will solve the problem, and the adjustment doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, you got to try to find out if that's going to be the case, I think. And here it's just working still, just pushing towards this A bomb site is working time and again. Skull's whiffing his spray, and now Steel's the only man left alive, and you can't expect him to have any good odds in taking this round down. He's going to go for a save instead, I think. Too far away.
This kind of situation sucks from a statistical point of view. When you're on one side of the map on the CT side, the team go the other side every single round, and then people look at your stats and like, oh, you suck. It's like, oh, your understanding of CS sucks. There's nothing he can do but try to survive at this point. Nick is 0-7, not having the greatest of times. Yeah, Vertigo, I think has a few months in it before more teams will have a level of comfort and understanding and expectation.
Look how few times they died.
Can't believe Sliggy convinced us to do this.
Yeah, he said they're good on Vertigo.
We blame it all on Sliggy.
Yeah, he's like, Dust 2's their one weakness. It's like Superman's kryptonite. They got the cape on now. I'm pretty sure that's what he said during the break.
I'm always going the opposite of Sliggy's pick now. Unless it's a reasonable pick. I guess. Okay, that didn't make sense.
I don't even know what to make of you, Dan.
Yeah. I'll use my own brain next time.
Not sure if that makes it any better.
So we'll see. Let's see. Trades on a ramp once again, and of course favors the team that's better equipped for sure. The question is, are MIBR going to keep a clean slate in this first half? Because about to be on 9 rounds. Just a couple pistols creeping around. Nick is making his way around the corner there, looking for that one. Oh, almost getting fur, but now they know where he is, so Nekis is in trouble. Can he eke out any damage here? He's trying to be a nuisance. Just so desperate. And here comes bolts from the back as well. No chance against the Krieg. 9-0.
14 frags in 9 rounds. Not good. It's not good at all.
They've taken a timeout. Chaps, it looks like we're losing.
Yeah. They haven't even done like the pre-smoke A ramp. You know, like that deep smoke.
Yeah,
that
off the
teams throw
girder.
off, yeah, exactly.
Just to slow things down.
Or they haven't done like the drop to sandbags with 3 people. They haven't really given them any looks at A ramp, right? Just like fall back.
Yeah, just had Phelps bouncing around with the AWP, so you wonder, like, despite it being their pick, I mean, who even knows where their map pool is with this roster?
But they've been boot camping, James.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If they come out of this timeout and Phelps opts that corner again and then falls back to the site, I might just lose it.
Here we go. Got the AWP. Let's go into the corner.
Okay,
Oh,
they
here we
dropped
go.
it, dropped it.
Here we go. No smoke, but they've managed to get... How on earth did he get that far without a smoke grenade? I do wonder. Plenty of footsteps being had. Whoa, look at the damage. Well, a kill's better than damage, that's for sure. And with that, Phelps will fall back.
That's weird that Mibr was just like, all right, you can take it this round.
Yeah, it's weird they didn't fight for it. Perhaps a delayed take is what they were after. I mean, this way, ex-Luminosity are using a lot of their smokes very early on. Which is a plus to MIBR, who will be more favorable utility-wise on a bomb site eventually if they can get there. Going into middle, we haven't seen that too much. It's a good setup here for the CTs. Bolts goes to the wide swing. Lots of damage done. Good connections. The double there from Bolts. He'll get taken down, but you would imagine that he's done more than enough, or maybe not. 2 versus 3 for MIBR now that they take the B sites.
Neckers and skulls are hurting, but the AWP angle from Phelps would make a hell of a difference.
He doesn't know he's on the right.
Oh, the scope. Oh, no, he's been absolutely murdered.
He would have been able to see him if he had done the scopes. So that's a shame.
Fallen needs to find a way to the bomb site. Oh, the scope. Necker's still moving up the ladder. Does he think he's above, maybe?
Not like this.
Oh, the confusion. Okay, Lucas will do the job, and Fallen's allowed to rotate. So perhaps he thought Fallen was above him, but Skulls was above him, so that's really confusing. And who knows about the communication? 10-0.
That was a painful 4-on-2 to watch.
Yeah.
It almost felt like everyone just gave up kills that they shouldn't have.
Yep. Oh, man. Great round from Lucas. Really good round from Lucas. 4 kills for him. Saves the day for MIBR. Keeps the clean slate. 10-0. That's not good, is it? Now it's pistols again for the CT side as MIBR make their way to A ramp again. They do enjoy themselves some A ramp, especially as it's been very easy for them. I wouldn't blame them. Loving it. And doesn't look like there'll be much in the way of a contested position towards this A ramp at all here for ex-Luminosity. MIBR getting all the space that they want.
I bet they're really trying hard for the 16-0 now. Just as a statistical warning for other teams, just to strike some fear. They can get that 16-0. Oh man, it must be so sick on this map.
Is that a forfeit win?
Oh well, Phelps is getting started around the smoke. Not good for 3 though, but it's still a man advantage made even better by Bolt. So now KNG's got to work really hard to pull this one off. By the sandbags. He has to know that his time is limited here. He's got a smoke in case of a Molotov or some kind of push. Now, how do they deal with this? The bomb is planted for him. How long does he focus on one side for a man like KNG? Oh, and there it is. He makes it look so easy.
That's amazing.
That's unbelievable.
He's 15-2, James.
He's 15-2. He's feeling it. That's why he's on the team. You love to see it.
This looked like Phelps was about to just end the dream of the 16-0 for MIBR there. This was so smart as well that he gets the smoke down immediately and that he doesn't plant the smoke in the sandbags too much. It's like to one side, so he has a good spot to kind of fall back to and play with.
But I'm sure the CTs were terrified that he was going to hop on the sandbag and one way over that smoke. That's what I would think someone would do in that scenario.
Okay.
Oh.
It's happening.
They won the fight.
It's happening. In round 12. Maybe we'll get a round from ex-Luminosity. Kanji coming in through the smoke, and he'll get found as well. So now Lucas in a 1 versus 5. He can't get a single kill.
The dream is dead.
And there it is. 1 round on the board, but they need every round. They need every round.
Dream is dead, guys.
MIBR did win Dust 2 the first map if you missed it. So much Brazilian Counter-Strike. Year on year, we're having more and more Brazilian teams in ECS.
Well, if you saw that interview recently with KNG, he was like, where I'm from, cannot afford to fail, and I can completely understand that. It's an opportunity for a lot of people. They can make it out, find an organization, have some success, send some money home. So there's a lot on the line, and that's why I love like the players we're seeing from more obscure countries in Counter-Strike as MIBR go back to the usual scheduled program. Like we saw, I forget that the new guy on FaZe, Brokey, is he from Latvia?
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, but all these players coming up from countries where they're not really known for many CS players, like Robson from Estonia and so on. It provides a lot of opportunity for people that didn't exist before, and that is fantastic.
Where's the UK representation?
Smooth.
You got Smooya.
Def.
You got Thomas out there somewhere. Def, yeah. Oh, he was wanted by Cloud9 a while ago. He was apparently highly rated.
You guys still claiming Alex?
Oh, Alex, of course. Yes, yes.
Does he count?
He does count, yeah.
Okay.
His last name's McMeekin.
Yeah, but has he lived in France all his life? France?
Not all his life.
I don't know. I don't know if you can count Alex.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it, man.
His name is McMeekin, mate. Could not be more Greg's.
Okay, well, we've got full ex-Luminosity lineup there, still left alive here. They've actually got the first pick. It seems like that's been such a rarity on this first half. It's been such a struggle for them as they look to defend this B bomb site, still looking below. Through the grates. And there goes the peek. Is there a trade from below? No, he's out of there. Still, good work from him so far, taking out Kianji. Looks like MIBR losing a lot of firepower here, and they've not gained much position.
They've got Kriegs, though, Dan. They've got 3 Kriegs, which is about like 3 versus 5. The game has just become somewhat equal now. And it begins through the grate. Steel is taken out. Armor penetration. I don't know if it comes in handy for an object. But anyway, he's got the kill.
I love how pros have so much, I guess, willpower to not hop up on that ledge at the start. You know how like you're like, is he gonna hop up to trade the kill? You never see the T hop up there first in pro matches on Vertigo. Obviously, they've been punished like time and time again. Like CTs hold that in scrims. You'll never see that. They'll only hold for the push. And then when something like that happens, obviously he's looking for a trade.
And well, we get a second round on the board at least for ex-Luminosity. We'll be moving into our final round of the first half, and MIBR, A-Rush, what's up? Because that's worked out pretty well for them quite often. Looks like we might just get that. And here comes the challenge on a ramp. It's going to be a very fast, explosive beginning. Oh my god, Skulls gets 2. Neck is with 1 as well. Looks like MIBR were completely blind. I don't know what happened to them, but it's just Taco left, but he's been rid of as well, so that's going to be it. 12-3. It's going to be the score in favor of MIBR at the end of the first half. Lots to be answered for ex-Luminosity on their map choice. We'll see if they can answer that after the break.
Cuando yo te vi, sentí que eras para mí. Te quiero descubrir y yo no quiero compartir. Tus ojos brillan fuera de tu control. Cuando yo te vi, sentí que eras para mí hoy. está saliendo, es domingo otra vez. Te digo que esta noche no será la última vez. Ay, 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 te voy a enseñar, te voy a silenciar fácil.
What is up, internet friends? It is time to resume Vertigo. And it looks like one of these two Brazilian teams is going to get crushed because ex-Luminosity, they struggled desperately on that first half. And it looks like they were missing a trick or two, Sean.
Indeed, they're missing an org, missing a trick or two, missing an opper. Almost missing a chance to win this game if they lose this pistol.
It does not look good. And Mibr, they definitely seem to be more up to date in terms of where the meta are at on Vertigo. And here we go, off with the pistol, and it's a smoke and a Molotov for Steel. And through middle they'll go.
'Cause I creep, yeah, keep it on the down low. I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
I think that's the only part anyone knows.
Yeah. I've seen people opening
That's
from
a
the
sick
door
smoke.
position, which
Nice
is pretty
smoke.
cool.
Intimidation smoke.
It's an afro on the side. It's shaft. Dolomite even. Lucas swinging and taking Steel out. Steel gets taken out for once. He's been, well, he was good on Dust 2. Not good enough though. Unfortunately for the Orgless squad. Now Skulls have planted the bomb. He's got 3 kills. He requires an ace just to get to 4 rounds. It's been hard from start to finish. He rings the bell. That's a beautiful finish from Skulls, but can he find Fallen as well? He's got 14 bullets left, and there is the ace, the headshot at the end. Great work from Skulls. The ace in the pistol round, just for the 4th round for the Orgless team.
That was pretty sweet. That first peek out where he headshot that guy, immediately went back for the frag to get the one-on-one. Dang.
Pop.
He's looking good.
It's looking real good. I think he's looked like their best player.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Felipe, man like Felipe.
He's doing a lot of the dirty work on the first map as well, although that didn't end up being a win for ex-Luminosity. Mibr, you would imagine that they are going to have a better time holding the A-ramp position. Okay, well, Steel's out there by himself. Despite having 2 teammates nearby, they couldn't trade that, so that's a problem.
Could be worth equipping
no.
a CZ just to make a play like we just saw on the ramp there. I didn't think there was the timing to get into such a position, but perhaps there is. 5 versus 3, despite Skulls' best efforts, they are still on the back foot. Luminosity very quickly indeed. Lucas spamming the inboxes of the Orgless team. Got a flash to work with. Goes a little too deep though. Now he can bait for his teammates, inviting them into a crossfire perhaps.
This is pretty scary, trying to push up there. There's not too many players left alive here for ex-Luminosity. 5 Mibr players all with attention on that B-bomb site. Trying to do what he can, Nekis, but it's simply too much to handle. Mibr, it all started with that A-ramp play. It's, for some reason, Steel was out there. He had 2 teammates next to him, but they couldn't trade at all for the kill that Mibr pushed for. And from then on, it's just another man in mid died, gave away Galil, and won their 1v1. And it just seems like too much to recover from that point forward. And now Mibr are in pole position. Well, they were already in pole position, but they are really, really far ahead now. They are lapping ex-Luminosity. Let's say it like that.
This is one of those best of 3s where it looked like one team got to pick both the maps.
Yeah. It's very true. It's also funny because, you know, in the old SK days, Dust 2 was like a map they had to add to their wheelhouse.
Remember on that first run where they got started, they got 16-0 by Fnatic?
Yeah.
It's funny how people would, like if a team aren't having great results on a map, like, oh, you just feed to it all the time, but it's like, then it's never going to be in your map pool. You have to do it the hard way, take the losses at the beginning. It's like learning to play poker. Take the L's until you can turn it around. You need the experience, otherwise you'll never be better at it. 5 versus 2. Skulls with 12 HP and a Desert Eagle. Now it is steal. The pre-fire around the corner from Fallen. He's got places to be. I wonder if there's still a Newport Beach. So nice down there.
I think they are, right?
I used to rent a boat out there every week, as we mentioned before. Go blasting around in the sea. We saw a whale once.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Not so... I took one out of Long Beach once, but it kind of sucks down there. Because they have the shipping area and you can't really leave that area where it's protected from the sea by rocks, so it's kind of boring in comparison. Over at Newport Beach, we were scared the boat was going to break after flying into the air off a wave. And looks like the Orgless squad will be broken by the likes of MIBR, who reached match point in very quick fashion here on Vertigo. The pick of ex-Luminosity, but perhaps it is a slow period of transition for the team as the problems continue.
It's interesting, you know, you mentioned Fnatic in SK when we were talking about SK's older era, like 2016 and so on, and I'm trying to think, like, what cores still exist now that are in the top 8 from that era? And maybe it's, like, obviously the Astralis core, I can't really think of another one. All those dominant teams, those legacy teams are gone, pretty much.
Left on Obvious and then Flamey.
Right.
His Guardian's back.
Yeah.
Count?
But it doesn't count, I suppose.
Yeah.
Trying to invent, you got to reinvent yourself like Madonna, man. You got to put a cowboy hat on and the boots and whatever else.
Yeah, all those old teams, the brands, those cores, they're gone except for the Astralis one. It seems. I have to think about that more, but ex-Luminosity giving MIBR some trouble. Nice find from Taco. He's going to take a dink though, but he's evened up the numbers, and that's pretty important. ex-Luminosity going back for the bomb. They've got the entire map to work with, and Bolt's moved out into middle, and that has worked out. Great maneuver there from him. Whilst the TTs were occupied with A, then understanding that it's going to be rotation, he capitalizes with mid control.
And they move into B.
Yeah, it seems like that's when mid is most valuable, right? Like when your teammates have gotten picks on one of the extremities, and it allows you to lurk out and just control the rotations and potentially allow your teammates, like what just happened, rotate all the way back to the other site. Bolt's pretty much just secured the round with that frag.
Yeah, it's a great play. It's really enjoyable to watch a team just outmaneuver another team and sort of checkmate them positionally or with timings on rotations. And I think, you know, today we also saw that happening on Nuke. I think Nuke is a pretty common map for that kind of a play. Dust 2 can also be like that as well. Inferno has some really good moments with you know, just manipulating rotations and just creating a timing that they can't catch up with. There you go. ex-Luminosity keep themselves alive for one more round, but how much longer can they stay afloat?
The 2 AWPs for MIBR will be a problem. KNG and Fallen. The buy is, well, it's at its maximum for MIBR. They'll have no issues in this round. Both T sides having won the pistol, but MIBR won plenty of rounds consecutive after that. Same cannot be said for the Orgless squad. That's only their second round in this half. Fallen flashed off his position. Thought that would have landed. I'm surprised it didn't, but such is life sometimes. Fur opens the door. Again, the door can be a nice position to snipe from in that mid area. And KNG's taken out. What is next for the Orgless team? They're smoked off from the B bomb site. Not sure if that's by design. But they're continuing to move into position. More grenades to be deployed.
It feels like it's a lot harder for Orgless to hit the bomb sites. Like the counter smokes coming out of MIBR are way better than what we saw last half. Like they get stalled out like this.
Fighting variants in the middle of the site will be taken out. There are smokes all over the place. Lucas making some steps, and just as he sees one, gets taken out by another. Taco from the back now being checked for. That's a huge headshot from him. The HE is delivered and still runs for his life towards the other side of the map. Collects the USP on the way.
Ooh, we can get that good plant too on the other side of the bomb box. Oh, he's not even gonna do it.
Planted for everywhere.
I like the plant on the other side of the blue boxes though, so you could see it from the scaffolding area.
Looking for the flank. Oh my god, the movement from Taco. He just dodged and weaved and juked the hell out of that one. And that's going to be the match. Great play from MIBR. Great clutches from them. And it looks like everyone's left the server. Except Taco's got to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, they've all left.
I don't know when I lost. Can he not defuse that? What's happening here? Or is he just waiting?
He's having some fun.
What if he was trolling?
Style points.
Oh, just like lets them win the round after they've all left the server. Just
And then they just auto win.
Okay, well, there you go. So that Vertigo pick didn't really seem to help out ex-Luminosity whatsoever. There's clearly much work to be done for them.
Yep, that was monstrous from MIBR. I don't know if it really matters what Luminosity would have picked. So actually, that being said, maybe Vertigo was a dangerous pick from them, and perhaps we could have seen more from them on a different map, even if it wasn't to be the strongest performance. But here we are. It is all MIBR on Vertigo. Very, very aggressive and very successful as well.
Yeah, they looked really good. I mean, imagine an AC right now if MIBR gets back in form. You have EG, Liquid, Renegades, potentially MIBR, Furia,
Yeah.
and Cloud9. Who knows what they're looking like.
That would be pretty damn healthy.
Wow.
Scores on the doors, 16-5, and we have KNG 21 for 9. Not too shabby at all. Scores on the doors, there they are. Again, there's not much really to say about the Orgless team. They came and they got beat down and they left. MIBR move on.
Yeah, not a good showing for the orgs looking at them.
yeah. Yeah. Definitely some work to be done there. Again, they have to prove oneself, and I do believe it is time for the HyperX X Factor play of the game. Show me the money.
Possibly be, actually.
It's the ace. Play of the game. It's an interesting one. I guess it is. It doesn't matter about the victory, it's about the play. So there were some really nice headshots in this. That was an AWPA style headshot going past the angle, shooting on the way. This first headshot was so nasty. On the left. On the left. Boom. Taco down to 5 instantly, then finished off. Great work from Skulls. Really trying to do what he could. But there was a lot more to be done by the whole team, really. So that's that. We can have a look at an updated bracket.
How old is Skull?
I don't know how old he is.
Couldn't find out.
Couldn't tell you. So 80k up 1-0 versus INTZ. And we have the other side of the bracket starting a little later on. So there are the scores on the doors for the time being. MIBR moving forward, and they can wait to see who their opponent's going to be. Now, our last game of the day, Singularity and Cloud9, is going to start at 6 PM, which is an hour and 15 minutes away. So there is a break before we get into things. There's enough time for a game on FACEIT again. If you are playing on FACEIT, if you go to your subscriptions page, there's a coupon code. Put in ECS7 into the coupon code, and you'll get yourself a week of premium for free. So get it in there, test it out, see if you can squeeze one game in before we come back for Singularity versus Cloud9. We will see you a little later on.